The only hot item I was aware of, because it's the only one I care about this year, was the NES Classic. You aware of this?
Yes, I am.
$60 for a 30 games in one.
I read they sold
connected.
more of them in a day than they have like
Wii U's in the last 6 months.
Yeah,
It's kind of incredible, actually.
check my story.
Well, I guess it makes sense. I mean, it's a new item, and there's one guy at work who has it, and the system looks pretty great. And the only problem with it is the controller cord is 2 feet. I mean, it's
good thinking.
Completely obnoxious. Yeah. But the controller feels really good. Like it's the first time Nintendo has redone
HDMI
that.
port and everything.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's nice. However, that being said, for anybody who's been in the whole emulator ROM stuff for the last 15 years, is it really? I don't know. I look at it as
I'm with you.
They sell the NES controllers USB for your computer.
If you're interested in doing it legally,
Yeah.
or you want
That
to,
boat sailed a long time ago doing it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
or you want to buy your child, let's say, a new system that's kind of low cost and something that's easy for them to turn on and to
Now,
use.
as a child, do you enjoy that, or is that really for people our age
Well, if they don't know anything about newer
to relive
modern-
memories past?
kids watch the original Star Wars. You know, there's some things that don't age. Mobile games are tiny and kind of retro, and there's a lot of retro calls back. I think some of these little games actually hold up.
All right.
I mean, they have some of the best. They have Super Contra or Super C. They've got all 3 Marios. They've got Metroid.
Final
Metroid.
Fantasies
They've got
on
Final
there.
Fantasies. They've got Mega Man 2.
Final Fantasy's cool, I guess, but you look at it with Final Fantasy 15. There's you can't really compare them. I guess as a kid,
No.
But those
I don't know
systems
if
are
I
like
can get into it.
$500, and this is like.
Then again, kids love Minecraft, which is really craptacular.
Yeah.
I don't think it's one of those things where it's like I can't possibly play this old game. Like games are games, you know. It's like just play any of them as long as they're good. Mario 3 will always be good. So
To us,
I hear testimony. Well, I'll have to let you know.
Agreed.
Look,
My
I'm gonna
mom
have a
tried to
daughter
teach
tonight.
me Chinese checkers like a million times, and I did not give a shit.
Really?
Yep.
But you're like modern checkers. That's where it's at. Look at the graphics.
Americanized checkers.
Yeah. But you can't buy one of those if you want to. They're completely inaccessible. You have to have gotten in.
$300.
You have to have gotten in on pre-orders at certain times. It's a scalper's market.
You mean for the Christmas season?
Yeah, for the foreseeable future until they ship more.
I'll continue using the same system I've been using for the last 20 years to play them then.
And then, well,
They forced me back into doing it illegally.
other than doing it on your computer or doing it on your Wii like we do, there's like people buy these like Raspberry Pis off of.
Yeah, that's the other big thing
Yeah,
that people
right,
are doing, yeah.
So there I was.
Strictly just for the emulator piece, yeah.
There I was in a Staples on Black Friday with these guys doing some content. And I come across Sega's answer to this.
Failing for 25 years.
Always a
Sega.
step behind. Sega.
for $10 less, I pick one up. It's $50. I'm gonna give it a roll.
All right, Grandma. Grandma couldn't find the Nintendo one, so she bought me the Sega one. Everybody hates Grandma.
It's like in Jingle All the Way when all the boosters are available, but none of the Turbo Men. I bring it home, and I learned some things about it quickly. Should I start with the pros or the cons? So there's some pros.
I'm guessing the pro list is a lot shorter than the cons, so start with the pros.
It takes real Sega Genesis cartridges, meaning that is a real Sega Genesis.
Okay.
So should you have, and it also takes real Sega Genesis.
So wait.
Presumably, if I have Sega Genesis cartridges, I have my Sega Genesis somewhere,
Yeah,
though.
you're right.
So
Well,
this is-
especially when I get to the
so this is pre-programmed with some games, but then you can put cartridges in for other games.
right.
It
So
doesn't have?
there's its benefit.
Okay.
It's got 80 games already on that thing, including all of the Mortal Kombats, all of the Sonics, like all of the Golden Axes.
HDMI port? Of course not.
Not even close to
Not-
an HDMI port.
Not so much.
The same port that was
RF
on,
cable?
the same 2 ports that were on the NES are on this thing.
Oh, fantastic.
It's not even stereo.
Other pros include
It's like they found a bunch of old Segas and chopped them up into pieces.
well, you saw that news story about Brazil just started manufacturing new Sega Genesis.
Yes.
Like that's their system, I guess, right? So that's good. So Brazil is catching up. You can use an old Sega Genesis controller, Should you have that?
Again, if you have the old controller,
I've got all this stuff.
like you have the old
Everything
system,
except
your
the
games.
system.
You've been able to play this whole time for the last 25
I'm
years.
only missing the system.
The whole benefit to the other one was if I don't have all the equipment, the games, the cartridges, I can now play them again.
This has emulated games on it.
Yeah,
so
some, yeah.
80. Well,
But you're selling me with half of the fact that I have the old material already there.
more like, well, I'm just saying these are features that the NES Classic does not have.
All right.
I'll have you know, like the NES advertises 30 games, 30 of the best NES games. This advertises 80, and I believe the situation is that 60 of the 80 games are like made up. Like they're not Sega Genesis games. They're like weird, rejected arcade, mobile, fucking shit. Like that you will never play.
Third-party games.
You will never play in your life.
We're still in the pros?
Yes.
I'm trying to help you understand why the game number is inflated.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I could come up with a good solid 30 games for the Sega that were good.
Nah.
There was a handful that were great games.
Vector Man, and they're out there. But anyway, so
Sonic's including half of those games.
it includes, unlike the NES Classic, it includes 2 controllers. The NES Classic only includes 1, and you cannot buy a second one currently. They're gonna you're gonna be allowed to someday, I guess, but
The Nintendo system?
that new Nintendo system, yeah. Although it takes Wii ports on the Nintendo system, so you can plug in like a classic controller if you want to play 2-player. That's one cool thing about it. This comes with 2 wireless controllers, and it's the 6-button version of the Sega Genesis controller, so that's kind of nice. And it's wireless. About that,
Yeah, it's IR wireless.
it's infrared, meaning
which means you can't use it in a bright room.
it's gotta aim right.
Surely not in this room.
It's gotta aim right at the console the way a TV remote would.
Don't have a coffee table.
And
Step number one.
believe me, a lot can get in the way. I've given it a shot.
You didn't think it worked because
For a good 10 minutes, it just didn't. The controller feels really nice. If you have to put AAA batteries into the controller, and you have to do that with a screwdriver.
And they deplete within minutes.
Well, actually, I think they'll probably last forever the way a TV remote does, because there's not much happening there. Now on to what really sucks a fucking dick about this thing. Composite cable only, and not 2 audio. No. One mono channel.
Yeah.
And 1 video port.
And none of our TVs have the concept of mono audio anymore, so you get it in half the
that
speaker.
is less than what the original Genesis had.
Yeah.
In terms of sound.
It came in stereo.
Therefore, these games sound like complete ass, and they look like complete ass. I'm tempted to show you
Put her on.
I'm a little interested.
Put her on.
because it's real bad.
real
I need
bad.
that remote.
And not only that, but the sound, the way that they
the other
make
little
the
small.
sound is bad too, isn't it?
I need that one.
Shut up, dickhead.
Difficult.
You're impossible. Just nothing can go by. Nothing can go by.
You can't lift your legs up either.
Alright, let's pop it on. Now they won't be able to see this on
The podcast.
the podcast.
horror.
They're just gonna want to
We can be very descriptive.
So we gotta go over to our AV. What happened?
It's already effing up the TV. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Nothing's okay. So see how I have to.
Altered Beast, great game.
Look, so this is the sensor. See how I have to point it.
All right, go to Altered Beast. Rise from your grave.
So notice how awesome the video is.
It's not.
It's in Japanese and everything. Oh my goodness.
Here we go. Oops. I'll have you know the Nintendo one has a very nice menu, and there's like RF codes where you can get the manual.
What's wrong with the audio? Oh.
It's garbage.
It's as previously discussed.
The controller feels. So I'm not sure who. I have to stand, otherwise this won't work.
Jump for the goat.
Oh god, it's
Kick upward. Kick upward. Dead. Point it to the floor.
I gotta play like this.
Gonna learn to play with your toes. By the way, you missed the blue goat gave you your power
How
up.
do we jump? Oh, there we go.
You missed your power up. Ha!
Aaron, I'm sorry, this is horrible.
It's fantastic. That's your second power up.
Somebody want to describe what we're looking
You laid down on your back and kicked up into the air for no
Keep
reason.
messing up in the air.
Frankie's battling some kind of.
Another power up. No. It's the boss.
Oh,
You missed your final form.
You got more buff.
You're dead.
Give it a roll. You won't be able to play. You gotta aim it at the floor.
Oh my goodness.
they just can't control it.
You really do have to aim it at the floor.
Kick up.
Final form, werewolf. And then you just do this for the rest of the
You can really just do that for the rest of the.
Yeah, seriously, for the whole rest of the level. This is all you do. There's no point to do anything else.
So Frankie doesn't have any context for what this used to be. Does this feel like the game you're saying was awesome?
Yeah, but a crappy version, because I didn't have to do this when I play.
And the video is worse than a Genesis, and the sound is way worse than a
The
Genesis.
sound is actually reminiscent of what the game actually was.
Really?
Well, we can listen to some Sonic, and you'll see.
Yeah,
you'll-
let's have some Sonic.
You wanna do that? Or he's playing right now. Let's not interrupt him.
Welcome to your doom.
What did he say?
To your doom.
Oh my God! It's Black Meredith.
He throws his heads at you?
She's done with LARPing.
Maybe this is her LARPing.
Dead. And I refuse to play anymore, John.
Nope.
Here,
I refuse.
press the menu.
We
button.
gotta have some Sonic here, so you can hear how bad the sound
Nobody
is.
knows what the menu button is.
And even if you do, you can't barely
and
get
then
detected.
hit the the right button. Yeah, there you go. And then get to the S's. There you go. Go to Sonic 2. We all know what that sounds like. And start.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit. I don't know what Sega's thinking.
They're thinking they want $30.
Okay, so that sounds okay.
Sounds fine.
It's when yeah. So start.
Oh,
Right?
it's not like as off as
It's in
I
a
thought it
different
would
key.
be. Yeah, it's.
Oh yeah, you can tell by the coin pickups. Something's off. This is a great way to play games, by the way.
It'll build that upper arm.
We're all-
strength.
Totally extended.
We're all too lazy to lift it onto the table.
Yeah, that's all you'd have to do is like put it next
So-
to the TV.
Really, like if you do it like anywhere above pointing it directly at the system, it stops. It stops responding.
It's such a piece of
Like, you
garbage.
just do this.